Good morning. Welcome back to another weekend. This weekend is a fun one. We have a new package that just came in. We have a lot of exciting projects. So we're pretty stoked, but we got a lot of work to do. So we're both pretty damn exhausted. So we're going to start out by showing you what Paige got done yesterday in preparation for this package that just delivered. So take it away, babe. Show them what you got done.
Okay.
You stay out of the way. Watch out, dogs. Move.
I painted this.
Excellent.
Get up a little board.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This is the board that we use to determine what color the cabinets are going to be and what color the countertop is going to be. So we went with this one. We went with this one. So this is the color of the cabinets, and this is the color of the countertop.
Yeah. Alright. We got all this first, what was it called again? The carcass?
Sure.
Or most of the carcass painted. And then I'm going to finish all that out today and get started on some drawers. So let's go open the package.
Sounds good.
I just can't believe it, honestly.
What do you mean?
I got it wrong. Okay. I know what I have to do. It's going to set us back a day.
Tell me more details.
This is an inch wider than what I made in there. Alright, so we have it's a pretty big fuck up. So long story short, I guess that evening when I was cutting all my boards here for the carcass for the oven, I clearly didn't double check, but I cut these boards at 21.5 inches for the opening, and it is very clearly 22.5 inches, which in hindsight, I should have realized when we were putting these boards in, something didn't seem right about that far right drawer. It just seemed smaller than what I remember drawing. So every other dimension is correct except for these boards here, which spaced everything kind of weird. So I'm gonna go outside, cut some more 1-inch boards at 22.5 inches, and get these fixed. And then right after that, we're gonna have to, from here over, we gotta unbolt it from the wall, shift it 1 inch, bolt everything back, and put our new carcass supports in, and we are good to go. So it's just gonna require 2 hours of said time just to get that done. So I'm gonna knock out real quick. exact fit. Well, it looks cool. You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, so we're jumping back to the back area again while the paint dries from where Paige painted the sections I had to replace. And the reason why we're jumping back here is we want to finish up a few things with the washer dryer so we can get the other closet wall in. And then the goal is to do these drawers first. There's going to be 4 drawers in the closet, so that way I get some practice before I do the drawers in the kitchen, because the drawers in the kitchen need to be like as close to perfect as possible. Those are the ones that are going to see the most abuse. So something we picked up is this is a drain pan. I think it's meant for condensers or water heaters normally. It's got a drain hole on one side and it fits perfectly in here. The goal is to have this in case, for obvious reasons, the washer dryer starts leaking, which I've seen happen in multiple RVs before. And I'm going to take the pipe over here. I'm going to replace, probably not use that, and take a 90 straight down to a teed off section. So in the back you'll have the main pipe that goes down for the normal drain, and then this one here will be like an emergency drain, and it'll be tied straight into there. The only problem with that is if this ever backs up, well, it could like overflow back up in here, but I think that would be very difficult. Plus, as long as I had a extra runoff or a breather valve on the gray tank, then we should be good. So anyway, I'm just getting some measurements. I'm going to pop 2 holes for the main line and for this external or auxiliary drain, and that way I don't have any problems reaching the drill in here. And then we're going to run this washer all the way over so I can get this other wall in. Well, I'll be damned. Whew. Main power's going off. I'm using the goal zero to light up this light for me so I can see. Ooh. Alright, so our main leads are live because of the inverters, so we just can't touch down there. Everywhere else is safe though. Alright, so the new breaker we got here. We got a dual pole in the center, and then we have 2 individual 20s on the outside. Food out there. Time to go eat. Man. Circle. Those look like pretty sturdy crates. Very nice. Yeah. So, first, well, you gotta say what we're doing. The first meal.
So I made this lasagna and then I froze it. And now we're gonna cook it in the oven. First meal that we were making in the oven.
Yay! Damn, look how hot those things get. It's crazy looking. Some, what are those things called? Little hot mats. Put down, then put the hot food on there and get it out.
Hot mat?
Ugh, there's a mosquito in here.
I don't know anything about a hot mat.
What do you... Placeholder. Yeah, you sit
Pot
down.
holder.
Pot holder for hot pans, hot stuff. Lasagna. Nice. Alright, so, good morning. We are on a sprint today, because we're still going to go shower today. And the goal today is to try to get the rest of the cabinets finished up, just like the one I finished last night for the back bedroom area. So we're going to get into kind of an assembly line where I'm going to be building one at a time and passing them to Paige so she can shellac and paint them. And then we want to then rotate them into mounting from the bottom up. So that's the goal today. I want to get all 4 of those done, excluding the faceplates. All the faceplates are going to wait till the very end after all the cabinets are done, because we have a few plans on how we want to make those really nice. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get started. Welcome back to another weekend. Alright, so we got some big fun items that we're going to be working on this weekend. It's going to be the rest of these drawers. So, big plans. It's going to shape this kitchen up very nicely. But before that, well, during that, Paige is working on something else in here, something we haven't had in quite some time. You want to explain what you're doing this morning?
Sure. Yeah. You want me to show you?
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal.
But scooch, buddy. Scooch. But I'm making homemade biscuits and gravy. The biscuits are not homemade because I don't have a real countertop in here. They're frozen biscuits, but I'm gonna make homemade sausage gravy and sausage.
Oh yeah.
And biscuits in the oven.
Oh yeah.
Something we haven't been able to do on time, so.
Yeah, we haven't had some actual biscuits and gravy like at home since the apartment probably. And even then, like, we weren't even cooking a lot in there because it was so bad. The whole stove was cheap. But anyway, I'm very excited. I like biscuits and gravy a lot.
Yeah, and the biscuit and gravy they sell in most restaurants here is.
It's just not great.
This is not good.
It's different.
It's not like Southern
That's
homemade biscuits and gravy.
That's
it's
right.
just not the same. It's just, what do they do? They do sawmill gravy, but no sausage.
It's very salty too.
A lot of times it's really
salt
salty.
it a lot.
There's no meat flavor.
Right.
So it's just like.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited. So we're gonna get busy.
Yep. Can't wait to have some drawers.
Yes. Good?
Not bad for a first time.
is put in. And Paige is going to paint these while I'm building the drawers. And ultimately, ooh, well, that's hilarious. I should probably put this last screw in. Did I forget any others? No, I think just that one. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we decided, for a few reasons, to make all of these drawers the same size. We had an option of making this one 1 inch shorter, which would give you 3 inches of depth, and this one would just be slightly taller. But looking at them with these, like, I don't know, carcass boards in, these support boards, Paige pointed out that it was probably going to look kind of weird as well, as far as, like, what would you call that? Not symmetrical. So makes my life a lot easier. So now I get to build 4 of the same drawer and then 2 of the same drawer. So less likely to mess anything up. Alright. Just gonna go back out in the 90-degree temperature. I culled through all the spare boards I had, and I have enough here to do the top 4 drawers. So my goal is to take all the scraps I have here, go ahead and get every one of those 4 corners knocked out, and then I'll go searching for some more boards to do the bottom 2. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on more of a time lapse, and I'm just gonna hammer through these, because really they're almost the perfect width, and I just gotta cut 4 inches in height. So this is where a table saw probably would have come in handy, because then you just set it and you just rip it over and over again. Instead, I've gotta take the time to set the my exact line of where I've gotta get cut with the track saw. So definitely gonna take a little longer, but yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Let's go ahead and knock these out.